أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. Brothers and sisters in faith and humanity, my Christian brothers and sisters, my Jewish brothers and sisters, spiritualists, natives, all those from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, peace and blessings of God be upon all of you. Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, we see the largest Al-Quds gathering we have seen in years. And the reason for that is all of your dedication, determination, and desire to end the dhulm, the oppression, and the injustices committed by the Zionist state of Israel. Your participation today and ongoing for the last 7 months has caused our own government to change its policies 180 degrees because of all of you. You are the source of people power. You are the ones who have changed the directions of our governments and the peoples and the thoughts of the world. The media has been having no choice but to understand that the people are on one side and our governments who are being manipulated and influenced by the Zionist entity are on another side. Your power today has shown what it can do, my dear sisters and brothers. My brothers and sisters in humanity, today we've got people from a number of oppressed backgrounds as well. The Rohingyas, the natives, those who are from Kashmir, those who are from Palestine, those who are throughout the Middle East and in Africa, the African American, the indigenous peoples. All of you are participating today because our voice is our voice united, and the people who are united can never be defeated. The people will never be defeated. This is your power. Our politicians should be ashamed of themselves. They went. Shame on them. You know, the occupied territories in Gaza and the West Bank are not the only Israeli occupied territories. You know where the reach of Israel the Zionists have? The White House is an Israeli occupied territory. The U.S. Congress is an occupied territory. That building is an occupied Israeli territory. The Canadian Parliament is no less. But because of all of you, it's changing. If you want to see the manipulation, because sadly, our governments, our politicians, our political leaders are more loyal to the Zionist state of Israel than they are to Canada and to Canadian values. This is not what we were founded on. We have always struggled for justice. What? Again, justice. We want what? Justice. And when do we want it? Now. We want what? Justice. Tell our politicians, write to them, email them, flood their inboxes. And if you want to see how much influence we have, today you will see their loyalties and their dedication are more to Israel than to their own constituents, than to their own people. Why? Because their money comes from Zionism. You want to have... You're having investigations about Chinese influence into Canadian elections, Russian influences into Canadian elections. How about looking into Zionist influences into Canadian elections? I will leave today with 2 things that I would love you to do. Read a book by former Congressman Paul Finley called They Dare to Speak Out. You will see what happens to people who stand up to the Israeli Zionist lobby in the United States and in various places. Read the book, and then his second book, Deliberate Deceptions, Paul Finley. And if you want to see how manipulative the Zionist state can be and how they can destroy reputations and nations and nation states, read By Way of Deception by Victor Ostrowski. A little bit of homework, my sisters and brothers, because we all care for humanity. We are all here today because our heart pains for Gaza. Our hearts pain for Gaza. Our hearts pain for the oppressed. The month of Ramadan. We will not rest until we see a free Palestine. We will not rest until we see freedom. What do we want? When do we want it? Let us make sure we stand up for the voice of the oppressed wherever they are. And that is our determination. And we pray that a day will come when we will no longer have to have a Quds rally. We'll have a Quds rally in here in downtown Toronto. We will have a Quds rally in Al-Quds itself with all the people, our Jewish brothers. sisters, our Jewish brothers and sisters, with our Muslim brothers and sisters, with the Palestinians, all side by side, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, the way we were at the beginning of the last century. God bless you all.